Hey there, Melody Campbell, the small business guru. I am your guide to get more business. That's what a guru is, just a guide. And what I do is, of course, digital marketing. And my main focus is helping you, your business, show up on the first page of Google. Now, on my full campaign, which addresses Google's 200 factors that influence how you show up on search results, and in AI, by the way, also, that's my top. That's the main thing that I do. I have clients that are on the first page of Google for 500 keywords or more. One of my clients tells me he has recorded over $400,000 in a year from organic search results. He's in the home services industry. So I wanted to put together something for those who are just starting their business. There is going to be record numbers of new business owners. There just is. Trust me when I say this. And I wanted to create, number one, a course that will help the new small business owners make better marketing decisions. And even if you've been in business for a while and you're just really good at what you do, you're a great roofer, you're a great HVAC person, you're a great handyman, bathroom remodels, but you're not so good at marketing yourself. I get it. It's a profession all its own. So I'm creating a course, the local visibility blueprint, and this is the checklist right here that I am offering to people, anybody. Right now, I'll have a link in the comments below once I get that fully set up. After I record this, you can come and go to visibility checklist, all one word, thesmallbusinessguru.com/request. Now that's really long, and I know I could put the link in the video, which I may have my tech person come and do that along behind me, but it will be in the show notes below here on YouTube, and anywhere else I will put it in the comments below. So here we go. We're going to go through this really quick. This is a checklist, is enough to get you started. So let's, here we go. So we want you to boost your local presence and get found online in 2025. So here's a little bit about me. I have a background in digital marketing. I've been doing this for more than 20 years. In fact, I have a master's degree in internet marketing. So then we start here with the checklist, and it looks like it starts on, let me look and see. It looks like it starts on page 3. So the first part is just, this is what it is. This is who I am. This is how I can help you. So this right here tells you all the things that you could be doing with to claim and optimize your Google business profile. Very important. You almost want to think about your Google business profile like your everything page. I mean everything, your home page. Because many times, depending on the business category that you're in, they're just going to come in and they're going to look at your business name and category. They're going to check your reviews to see if you have a lot of good reviews, to see if you have any reviews. They're going to look at the photos. They might look at the, your team members or projects before and after. They want to take a look at your list of services, frequently asked questions, hours. Before they ever get to your website, they're going to be viewing all of that in the Google business profile. So this is actually something that we're going to cover in module number 2 of the Google business profile optimization. And then number 2 on the checklist is to set weekly job site check-ins. I will teach you what to do, how to do it, 2 or 3 photos at every job or service location. Use captions that include the city or neighborhood names. You can also geotag those images, which that's one of the things I'm going to teach you how to do in this course. And you should just get this checklist. Just download it from my website. Yes, you give me permission to email you afterwards in order to get it. But my intention is to, first of all, give you early access to a course once I've completed all the video recordings for each of the sessions, for each of the modules. But if I'm going to do any kind of giveaways or discounts, or like today, I got a notice that the solar tax cut might be going away. And maybe you've heard about it in the news, but I got it in this email that I get from the home services industry. And I was like, oh, well, that means if it, let's just say that this tax subsidy for the solar industry, if it goes away in 6 months, man, in the next 6 months, it could get busy. And if you want to be the first company at the top of search results in your area, you want them to find you instead of all your competitors, you're going to want to get on the first page of Google for as many keywords as possible. I can show you how to do that. So those are the kinds of things that you're going to hear from me, is what's happening in industries that you might be in or is related to yours. You can borrow from the knowledge and apply it to your own business. This checklist is going to help you do a better job at your own visibility for your website. I've even had customers develop an entire business without a website, just focusing on their Google business profile. So that's possible too. So then there's the directory listings and citation management. We break down what these are. So it's getting all of your basic business information on, like it shows here, Yelp, Bing, the Better Business Bureau, Judy's book, Merchant's Choice, I think, or Merchant Circle. Merchant's Choice, I think is what it is. Nobody's going to actually go to those directories to look for you, but Google does. Google, part of their algorithm is they check and see what other high-profile, reputable websites do you have your information listed on, and does it match what's on your website? Does it match what's on your Google business profile? Down to and including whether or not you abbreviate the word street or circle or drive. Do you want to make sure they all match? Well, you can get software that automatically synchronizes that on the regular. What I'm going to do in the course, I am going to teach you why that's important, even after you've already listed it on all the platforms. Like, why do you need to keep it synchronized? How could the business information change if it's not you that goes out there and changes it? We're going to talk about that. So then I'm going to show you how to build a review campaign and how to do it after each job, either via email, text, or a QR code. You want to respond to every review, even if it's a bad review. So let's say, I just had a client contact me today and say, I've never done business with this person and they left me a bad review. How do we get it taken down? Well, there's a way to report it to Google, and there's a way to appeal it if they don't accept, your request to take it down. But, even if it's a bad review, it's honestly not the end of the world. You can reply to that review and say, I'm so sorry you had a bad experience. Or you might even say, I'm so sorry, I don't believe we've done business, but I'd be happy to take care of you if you want to stop by my location, or I can stop by your address if it's your service-based business. I mean, you don't want to solve the problem on your Google business profile with your reply. You just want to acknowledge it and sound empathetic, and that you're a sane person who wants to try to work things out. That's the best policy. So you can also set it up so that it depends on the website that you have, but you can set it up so you can pull all those lovely Google reviews onto your website. Because if people go to the Google Business Review, or they find you through one of the organic listings below the Google Business profiles, and they come to your website, you want to make sure you have reviews on that website. Very important. So we're going to teach you how to do all of that. Automation tools, scripts for collecting and showcasing your reviews. And then we're going to track your progress. You want to make sure you have your Google business profile, analytics, you're paying attention to that, your Google Analytics and Google Search Console. And you want, because those two, Google Analytics and Search Console, you want to make sure you embed the code on your website, and it will tell you, like, how many times does your website show up when somebody searches for keywords that are related to your business? Those are impressions. Then there's click-throughs. How many people will see it in your, let's say, in the top 5? How many people actually click through? And then you can also have it track conversion action. So key events such as filling out a form, clicking on your phone number, asking for directions, or filling out a quote request. So you could track all those things, and analyze, okay, what does this mean to me? Am I getting any more traction by doing all of this effort on my Google Business Profile? Is it helping? And I'm telling you, I've done it for a number of people, a number of my clients. It's kind of my mid-range is where I just do their optimization of their Google Business Profile. And again, that at that top of the list that I just showed you, we do all of this for them every single month. And I've seen them go from not showing up in the top 3 to a month later for certain keywords showing up in the top 3. Now, you know, the top 3 is going to be right there on that first page of Google, right underneath the ads or right underneath the AI. If that's where you should be showing up, because not everybody's going to click on more addresses or more businesses to go see the other 20 or that are beyond that top 3. You want to be in the top 3. This right here, your Google Business Profile, highly optimized properly. So you don't just do it all at once, walk away and forget it. This is something that you want to do a little bit. What I normally do is I set it up at the beginning of the month. Parts of it goes up that first week and parts of it goes up every single week throughout the whole month. So Google post every single week and a different topic, a different special offer, a different, reminder. Like I was working on something for a cleaning business today, and, I'm putting in there about, graduation's coming up, and are you going to have out-of-town guests come and stay at your home? It's a great time to have somebody come in and do a deep clean. And we put that into a Google post. So this is the end of the checklist, but if you download this checklist, you can just go through it and, make sure you have a plan to get all of this done. Now, I did have one client where I trained her one-on-one. She said, I showed her this as in, here's a service I could do for you, and this is how much it costs. And she's like, you know what, right now, I just quit my job, and I've got to replace my income with this new business. And I have more time than money. And I was like, great, I'll teach you how to do it. So she paid me for an hour of my time, and I walked her through it. And the last time I talked to her, she said, I only did it for a little while, and then we got so busy that I didn't have time to do it anymore. So, Google obviously liked it because their business was being shown off more. They added, I think, 1 or 2 new practitioners, and they're moving into a larger location. And she goes, I think I'm ready to hire you for some things because now I don't have time to do it. Well, that's great news. That's amazing. That's wonderful news. So it was actually from her asking me to train her in this. I thought, I wonder how many other small business owners would like to know how to do this and be coached through it. So in case they have questions, how do I find this? How do I do that? So I thought, I'm going to develop a course and a membership group where we can get on these videos together, and I will coach you through it. We'll take a look at your Google Business Profile, and we will see where you can improve or what things you've done right. We'll take a look at your analytics, and I'll tell you what your expectations should be. And that's what we'll do in the membership. The class or the course is just the content that supports all of this. It's in the checklist and more. Not everything is in the checklist. There's quite a bit more. There's some information on social media and how to stay up on that. This is a little bit about what we're talking about for the local visibility blueprint, which is the course that's coming in the summer of this year. So potentially I could have it done in June, but might not be until July, but it will be available this summer. And we are going to go through, it's a step-by-step course that's designed to help small business owners make better and more informed marketing decisions because they understand their ideal customers' needs, behaviors, mindset, and you want to align every marketing strategy that you have with your buyer's journey. I'm going to teach you how to do that. We're going to show you how to show up in local search. We'll help you build trust and visibility using your Google Business Profile. We'll use content, automation, customer experience to turn searches into sales and create a sustainable local lead engine without wasting time or money or on the wrong tactics. So that's what you have to look forward to. So, and if you're ready to go deeper, I'm going to be, everybody that downloads this visibility checklist will be getting notification when I go live with this course. Now, I haven't exactly decided on the actual price or whether or not I'm going to do any discounts, but there's a really good chance that at launch, I will be giving away either a service or additional resources for those that come in through early access. And I'm telling you, everybody that I've trained, and I've trained that one lady, when she says, I'm too busy now, I don't have time to do it. I've trained 2 or 3 people on it. One gentleman, in fact, and he ran a heat map on his own, and he says, look where I was ranking, not in the top 3 when I started this. And now that I'm doing it, I am now in the top 3 here, here, and here. Whoa. And because I have a tool that you can use where you can see, where am I showing up in different parts of town? Because if you look to see where you're showing up in your own neighborhood, let's say you have let's say a Mexican restaurant and you're in downtown Main Street of your community, you're going to look yourself up on Google and, Mexican restaurant near me. Well, if you're standing inside of your restaurant, there's a really good chance you're going to be at the top of the list, because unless you don't have a Google business profile at all. But what if you went, 5 miles either direction? Would you want to show up? Because, there's other Mexican restaurants, but I'm telling you, I drive 5 miles to go to a good Mexican restaurant. You might have something unique about your menu, something unique about your hours or your location. And why not get found on the first page of Google in the top of the map pack, the top 3? I'm going to teach you how to do that. And then we're also going to do we're going to do a little bit of studying about who your ideal client is and how to target them, how to get found by them, how to hang out where they're hanging out. Do they hang out on Pinterest or on Instagram or on Facebook? Are they on TikTok? Where do they hang out? Maybe they don't hang out on any of those sites. So then all your social media marketing, you're missing out on all the customers who don't get on social media. And what do? How do you get found by them? In fact, my daughter, she has a permanent cosmetic business. And when she first got started, her business was 100%. If it wasn't my referrals, the rest of it was coming from social media. Well, now she's been in business for 5 years, and she's still getting a ton of business from social media. People that have been watching her for the last 5 years that are saying, that I'm going to go to you someday and get my eyebrows tattooed. But we started putting a lot more focus on how she shows up in Google for Google search. And now we're starting to track people who don't know her from social media, and they're finding her on Google and they're booking her. One of her services is over $700 for a 3 or 4 hour procedure. Amazing. So it means a lot financially to her to be seen by more people. Where do your customers hang out? So we'll be talking about all of this. So if you want to get my checklist, you're going to need to go to, in fact, I will, and I don't know if this will show up in the chat wherever I'm streaming live, but I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Let me double check. Yes. Let's put this, download my local visibility checklist. Oops. And it's going to be visibility, VIBILITY checklist, all one word, the small business guru. What's a guru? It's a guide. I'm your guide to get more business.com/request. It's all you have to do is go to that link and download the checklist. You give me your name, email address and mobile number. I'm not going to call you, but I might text you and say, hey, I just sent you your visibility checklist. It should be in your inbox. Go download it. And I may make an announcement when I'm going to go live again, or I'm going to tell you about something that I think is going to benefit you and your business. So my perspective, I'm going to wrap up with this. My perspective in my business 20 some years ago when I first got started was, how can I earn enough money as a newly single mom to take care of my kids? And the focus was on me and my family. My kids are all adults now. This business has been very, very good to me. And now I'm thinking, I meet new businesses all the time, or new business owners. I meet them at the chamber. I meet them at BNI. My daughter introduces me to a lot of people because she knows a lot of people in the beauty industry, of course, because of what she does. And I hear the stories of, I've spent X amount of dollars on being in a magazine, or, whatever they've done. I've done this and I've done this. It didn't work. I'm tired of trying things because they just don't work. Well, I'm here to help you. Download the checklist. Just start with that. And that is going to be enough to move the needle. If you just do the top thing, some people will get it, look at it, go, I know exactly what to do and how to do it, and they just jump on it. That may or may not be you, but if you want to stay in the loop and hear about my course, it's going to be a very low entry level pricing. And you can take the course and you will learn how to do every step of that checklist and more. And you will be able to be in control to some degree. I mean, we all know who's really in control. Yes, I know God is in control, but yeah, below God is Google, and they do control a lot. But this will appeal to Google. This will get Google paying attention to your profile and helping to show you off in front of the people who are already looking for exactly what you offer. So I hope you join me. Download the checklist. Stay on that email list, because my goal is to help 1,000 businesses in 2025. I believe I can do it, because I'm not going to have to do the work for all 1,000, although I'm expanding my team. I'm going to put the information in your hands. I mean, you are welcome to hire me if you want to, but with this course and the membership, I'm going to put this in your hands so you can now take control and do things that will impact the growth of your business and make better marketing decisions for everything else. Bus ads, billboards, magazines, those things are still viable. They just serve a different purpose, and you have to treat them differently if you want to get a return on investment. We're going to talk about that. So I hope you join me. Peace out. Melody Campbell, the small business guru. What's a guru? I'm your guide. I am your guide to grow your business. I'm your guide to get more leads. So subscribe and download the checklist and stay tuned. We got